what is the best franchise model for 2023? Well, if there's a growing movement, it's franchise ownership where you work on the business, not in the business. It's where you set the overall direction of the business, make key decisions while overseeing a manager that builds the business for you. So when we look to invest in a franchise, there is different levels of engagement. So some people, they invest in a franchise where they very much want to be the artisan. They want to work in the business. They want to be the guy or gal doing whatever the business does, right? So if it's a lawn fertilizer business, they want to be the one fertilizing lawn. They get a little truck and they go fertilize next lawn. If it's a sub shop, they want to be the one making sub sandwiches 7 days a week. And if it grows, great, but they're really just trying to create a job for themselves. That is the artisan. Most executives that I work with are not interested in the artisan. They like the executive model. And the executive's model is where we leverage our experience and our capital into a business that gives us a good return. Now, we'll always be involved, but we want to work on it, not in it. So if it's a lawn fertilizing business, we have no desire to be fertilizing lawns. We may understand how they fertilize lawns, but we want to be managing, manager, planning the marketing. Or it could be a facility-based business. I don't want to be making sub sandwiches. I may understand how they make subs, but I want to be managing, manager, planning, marketing. And over time, I expect to build a larger business, open up multiple locations, multiple territories. Now, when we talk about the executive model, there's different levels of engagement. So on one side of the spectrum with the executive model, there's what we call full-time. So although you're not spraying lawns all night, making sub sandwiches, you're involved in the business 40, 50 hours a week. But we're here to talk about the other one, and that's the executive model semi-absentee. And that's where you get the business going, you put a manager in place, and you watch over that manager 15 or 20 hours a week. You don't have to be involved in the business every day, but you need to be minding your business. With this expectation is that you want to build a larger business led by managers. Now, when we talk about executive model semi-absentee franchises, some examples would be a facility-based Club Pilates, which does Pilates. People can become members and come do Pilates. And Pilates is great. It's been around for over 100 years. It's one of the few ways you increase your core strength, opening pressure in your joints. That would be a good example of a facility-based semi-absentee business. A good example of a service-based one would be RestaPros. RestaPros is a restoration franchise that goes to people's homes or businesses and gets the bad stuff out. So if I have a flood in my house, they get the water out. Or if my business floods or I get smoke damage in my business, they take it out. So those are some examples of executive model semi-absentee businesses. So why semi-absentee franchise ownership? Well, you keep your corporate position while you're starting the franchise on the side, right? And that's important because you can leverage the executive model semi-absentee to create that side business, to keep your corporate position and income while you're starting the business. And after the business is going, you can watch over the manager 15 to 20 hours a week. And some people it's 6 hours and some people it's 25 hours. It really depends on your leadership skills and your time management. But the idea is that you don't have to be involved in it every day. So why executives leverage semi-absentee business model to start the business on the side? Well, again, they can leverage their corporate income, keep their corporate income so they're paying all their monthly nut, and they're starting the business on the side. It allows them to diversify their assets and income. So I've got multiple different revenue streams. I've got my assets spread out. It creates a supplemental income where you can build wealth and you can protect yourself from future layoffs. And as we talked about earlier, we're all at risk as we get older of being pushed out. And you can set up the great transformation to escape the corporate world, to live life on your terms. And if you remember anything from today's webinar, remember, jobs are no longer income security. We were raised to believe jobs were security. And that's not true anymore. There is no loyalty. At any given point, you're just a commodity that you just, bottom line is that they need to cut you, they will cut you. If you're a business owner, you can't be laid off. You can't be given a package. You can't be furloughed. It's your business. You will have income security. So remember, jobs are no longer income security.